Good morning. As I've said before, one of the most important duties of a governor is appointing judges to the courts, and none is more important than the Supreme Court. So I am honored and thrilled to have the opportunity to announce my second appointment to the Iowa Supreme Court, Court of Appeals Judge Christopher McDonald. Although only 44 years old, Judge McDonald has a wealth of life experience that has prepared him exceptionally well to serve Iowans on the Supreme Court. It's not an easy life. Judge McDonald was born in Bangkok, Thailand, as the son of a Scottish-Irish father, a Vietnamese mother, spending his young childhood at military bases around the world before his family eventually moved to Des Moines. His parents separated, and he was raised by his mom on the south side of Des Moines. He began working outside of the home to help his mom at age 14 and worked his way through college as a file clerk in the basement of the Polk County Courthouse while attending classes at night and supporting his young family. In law school, he continued working to support his family while also excelling at his studies. He graduated first in his class, and following law school, he clerked for Judge Hanson on the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. He practiced law at some of Iowa's most distinguished law firms and at one of our international insurance companies. And in 2012, Judge McDonald returned to the Polk County Courthouse, this time with a robe, when Governor Branstad appointed him as the district court judge. Then in 2013, Governor Branstad appointed Judge McDonald to serve on the Iowa Court of Appeals. On the bench, Judge McDonald has earned a reputation as a brilliant and thoughtful jurist, a hard worker, and a good colleague. And here are just some of the things that I heard from Iowans about Judge McDonald. A lawyer of incredible character, independence, competence, temperament, decisiveness, and work ethic. Among the very best our bar has to offer. Hardworking, brilliant, and fair. He never takes the easy route, where justice demands care and attention. And despite these accolades and his distinguished credentials, Judge McDonald remains a humble person. He has devoted his time to numerous community organizations, mentored countless young attorneys, especially those from diverse backgrounds who have been historically underrepresented in the legal profession. I am proud that Judge McDonald will now be continuing his distinguished career and bring his diverse perspective to the Iowa Supreme Court. Congratulations, Judge McDonald.
Thank you. I am truly honored and humbled and grateful to have the opportunity to be here today. I just want to take this opportunity to recognize and thank some people and express my sincere gratitude to them, those people who have made this possible. First, to Governor Reynolds, I want to thank you for the confidence and trust that you've reposed in me in appointing me to the Supreme Court. To former Justice Darrell Hecht, thank you for your distinguished service to this state as a lawyer, as a judge, and as a justice. Please know that you and your family are in my thoughts and prayers. And I know I have big shoes to fill, and I will certainly do my best to do that. To my family, thank you for your support and your inspiration over all these years. In particular, thank you to my mother, my stepfather, Chris, my wife, Stacy, my brother, Dan, my nephew, Dominic, and my children. My wife, Stacy, couldn't be here today. Unfortunately, she's out of town on a work trip, and I know that she's watching, and I just wanted to thank you for your love, your support, for being yourself, and for laughing at my jokes, which not a lot of people do. To my colleagues on the Court of Appeals, I wanted to thank you for the most rewarding professional experience of my life. I thank you for your dedicated service to this state, for your commitment to justice, and for your friendship. To my friends and former colleagues and former clients, I thank you for your guidance and your advice and your support throughout this nomination process. I don't have time to name each of you individually here today, but you know who you are, and I'm eternally grateful for your friendship and your support. I did want to recognize three of my friends in particular who've been lifelong friends and mentors to me, Professor Jim Tomkovitz at the University of Iowa College of Law, Judge David Hansen, who I clerked for on the United States Court of Appeals, and my good friend San Wong, who's now the director of the Department of Human Rights. Each of you has given me sage advice over the years about life and the law, and I've become a better person and a better judge for it. And I thank you for your friendship and your mentorship. To my staff and staff attorneys, law clerks, and support staff, you're like a second family to me. I know I would not be here without all of your hard work and your support, so I wanted to thank you for your good service to the state, to the judicial branch, and to me. I greatly appreciate it. In the next few weeks, I'm going to wind down my docket as a judge on the Court of Appeals and commence service as a justice on the Supreme Court. I am truly humbled to have the opportunity to serve in that capacity. To my future colleagues on the court, I look forward to many productive years of service together. I did want to make a comment, and I know that as the first minority or person of color appointed to the Supreme Court, people will have special expectations for me in terms of leadership and mentorship. And I understand that. I appreciate that. I embrace those expectations, and I'll certainly do my best to meet and exceed them. To my colleagues on the bench, the members of the bar, and the citizens of this state, although my job title will change over the next few weeks, my core commitment to you will not. I promise to you to continue to be a faithful servant to the Constitution and the laws of this great state, to fairly and impartially decide cases and administer justice in good faith to the best of my ability. I look forward to serving and starting my new judicial career, or this next chapter in my career, so I thank you for your time and your attention. Thank you.